I headed to Italy for a week for my birthday, and I've got all the travel tips for you. Travel tip number 1, over-the-ear headphones and the AirFly Bluetooth audio. The quality and noise cancellation are unmatched compared to the headphones that the airplanes give you. Plus, if there's a crying baby nearby, you can always use the noise cancellation and block that out so that you can get some sleep for that 11-hour plus flight. Travel tip number 2, we ended up taking a 1-hour bus ride from Naples to Sorrento, and it was only 11 euros when we bought it at the airport. When you buy it online, it tends to be a little overpriced, but when you buy it in person right there and then, we were able to buy a cheaper ticket and get right on the bus and head to our destination. Once we got there, oh my gosh, let me tell you, I stayed in the most amazing hotel I have ever been to. From the view to the size of the room, plus all the amenities, this hotel. I'm even nervous to share the name of this hotel because I am definitely going back and I don't want it to be booked, but we're not gatekeepers here. Hotel La Badia. This hotel was the most affordable for what was included. It was just over $300 a night for 2 people, but this was also peak season. If you're going during off season, you can probably get it for a little cheaper. They had breakfast included every morning with an amazing view, plus a much needed pool for the 80 to 90 degree summer weather. My tip number 3 is finding a hotel that makes sense for your needs. Balancing needs like affordability, walkability to the square, air conditioning, and amenities like breakfast included are all factors that played into our decision. You're able to filter for these types of things on sites like Booking.com and Expedia. Our first stop was dinner at Il Borgo, the best restaurant that we ate at the entire time we were in Italy. We really lucked out that first night. The sunset view was incredible and the pizza and pasta were to die for. The next day, we walked to the city square, which was about a 25-minute beautiful walk from our hotel. Then walked another 20-25 minutes casually to the pier, where we caught a boat to Capri. Those boats are a little pricier because they know everybody's trying to get to Capri, so that was about 45 euros per person. We spent the day in Capri, walked around a lot, rode the funicular, but it was honestly so hot that we ended up calling it around 3 p.m. and headed back to our air-conditioned hotel. For me, I love having a nice hotel to come back to because then I don't feel like I have to go out and explore if I just feel like relaxing, which is what we did the next day. I'm definitely a vacationer over a traveler, and that can sometimes be hard if you end up traveling with a vacationer when you're a traveler or vice versa. Luckily, we were both vacationers, so we spent the next day just relaxing by the pool and watching a movie in our lovely hotel. Later in the evening, when the sun went down and it was a little cooler, we walked to the square and got some gelato. Then the next day was a travel day. We hopped on a train to Naples and then from Naples to Venice. My travel tip number 4 is use the train system. It's so easy to use, it's pretty affordable, and you can travel to so many different places within the same country or even to neighboring countries. Venice is the most romantic city in the world. And incredibly walkable. You can pretty much walk anywhere in Venice because end to end is about a 1-hour walk. If you don't want to walk, you can use the taxi system, but fun fact, there are no roads in Venice. The taxis are actually water taxis and they're all along the canal. We stayed in Carnival Palace in the north side of Venice, which was away from the touristy areas and the hustle and bustle. But if you like being in the midst of all the excitement of a city, then I would say stay near the Rialto Bridge or San Marcos Square. My favorite restaurant there was very good. No, it was literally called very good. And it was. Our diet the whole week was pizza and pasta, and the desserts, everything from tiramisu to gelato. Walking around Venice was so beautiful and such a treat because it is said that Venice may actually go underwater due to sea levels rising in the next 100 years, perhaps even in our lifetime. My tip number 5 is download the Rick Steves free audio tour app. We downloaded the 45-minute Venice boat tour, bought our boat tickets for only 11 euros, and we were able to get a really beautiful tour of the city on our own schedule without paying for a tour or needing to be somewhere at a certain time. We could pause and start the tour and have conversations in between. And it worked offline if you don't have international service. Which brings me to my tip number 6, Airalo. It's an eSIM for travelers. I was able to pay $13 for 1 month of international service. This came with around 3 gigs of data and helped us get around whenever we needed service. After our boat tour, we also did the San Marcos Square tour, which was again free, but the real treat was spending 10 euros and going to the top of the St. Mark's Bell Tower. We were able to see Venice from the bird's eye view, and it was absolutely stunning. The day of my birthday was filled with surprises. We did an Airbnb experience of a glass blowing and mosaic workshop, as Venice is well known for its Murano glass art. Then in the evening, we went to an interactive opera, which was so incredible. And finished the evening in St. Mark's Square, which gives you a whole different vibe at night. After a week in Italy, I say it wasn't enough time and I cannot wait to go back. If you've ever been to Italy, let me know in the comments what was your favorite part because I am taking recommendations for my next trip. I hope these tips helped you plan for your trip to Italy. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and leave me a comment so others can find this video. Thank you for watching my studio giblets, and I'll see you in the next video.